Hello, and thank you for joining our Fireside chats at the European Cardano community. This is our little series, Intentionally Random, where Bjarne and I explore the realms of Cardano from stake pool operators' perspectives. Bjarne's pool has been with Cardano since ITN, and I joined with my pool in late 2022. So when we talk, then he is the Cardano OG, while I am an entrepreneurial new joiner. By the way, I am Marcus, one of the core team members of the European Cardano community. And if you like what we are doing, please consider supporting our individual projects and, of course, Bjarne's tech stake pool. At time of this recording, these are Davide's Rookies game, Ricardo's Web3 user group, and my birth stake pool connected to Larissa Health. You will find the links to our guests and our projects below the video. Now hit the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and enjoy this session.
Yay! Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
Now you can hear me.
Now I can hear you. Mr. Vacation.
Yes. No, I'm actually on, this is my balcony.
Nice.
It's like 32 degrees, and I'm like, no way I'm having this meeting inside. So I went past the store and bought me a nice IPA.
What is an IPA? What is that?
Yeah, it's from Bergen.
Okay.
Hansa.
Got you.
Yeah, made in Bergen.
I got myself a wonderful water and an apple.
Oh, okay.
How are you?
I guess that's fine too.
And I'm actually sitting down in the basement at the moment, which is quite chilling. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bet it's hot down there now, huh?
No, it's not. Oh,
No?
Our place in Germany, yeah. It's
Yeah,
but it's warmer at your place currently. And
yeah.
we are expecting some rain, like some serious things now. But other than that, it's cool. It's very good. How have you been?
This is quite unusual. I'm good. You know, still some hard times, but I've been traveling a lot. After Japan, I also went to Sri Lanka.
Nice. Been there too.
So yeah, I came back from Sri Lanka maybe 3 weeks ago. And,
where have you been in Sri Lanka? Did you travel whole Sri Lanka or did you
Yeah, this was like the same stuff as Japan. It was just we had our own guide, me and I think it was 13 other people that I didn't know, but I know well now. So all
Nice.
of us like just traveling alone, well, together alone. And we had our own guide and our own like tiny bus, and it was just driving from town to town, and the scenery was just amazing.
Did you enjoy the
like,
road?
Yeah, yeah, I really do. I really do. I really like small towns, scenery, nature. So I think this was actually better than Japan, but it was a bit hot though, this temperature, but only super high humidity. That's a bad combination, I think.
I was scared to death back then when I was the first time with a taxi on the road.
Because you've been to Sri Lanka as well?
Yeah, but that's a while ago. It was 2010, I think, somewhere around that. It was just I think half a year or so after the disastrous tide destroyed, devastated Sri Lanka. We had a hotel in the south. It was really beautiful, but you still could see that the people are suffering. But the road.
You stayed in Merissa, probably.
Sorry again.
Merissa, the town you stayed.
We were in Sidalepe, which is a resort.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we didn't. It was an Ayurvedic one. I really needed that at that time. And then we had a guide. My sister, my elder one, she's working in the travel agency, travel industry. So she helped us with a guide who was really nice to tour us around for one day or two. And other than that, we mainly stayed in resort or traveled by ourselves. Explored a little bit the local shops with the seweries and the like, yeah, just the basic local shops, just being in there. And the most interesting thing that I saw was a tarantula. We were sitting there, my wife and I, and all of a sudden we saw a tarantula in the corner.
That's cool.
And everybody was totally relaxed. And we were like, do you see that tarantula? Yeah, that is.
Yeah, you know, we were like in a glamping sort of stuff in the middle of the jungle, and we were sitting around the table and drinking some drinks and beers, and suddenly this guy had a frog land on his leg, and he was like, it was hilarious. No, we definitely got in touch with the nature as well, and also the animal life. Saw a lot of elephants.
Yeah, that's big there.
We did a lot of safari, and
yeah, that's big there.
It's
and the flying
funny
hound,
though.
Is it called? Is it flying hounds?
Yeah, we also saw the bats. Huge. Yeah, hanging in a tree. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't see them flying, but yeah, and it's funny though, because in Norway usually you see like a moose or like a deer walking along the road, but there we saw like elephants. Just elephant walking in the road, and yeah, it was wild.
Yeah,
it's just
amazing. It's a beautiful country. Yeah. It's famed what's happening there.
Yeah, it's always something that kind of drags. Yeah,
and
hopefully they will get it right.
So, and where did you travel next?
I just ordered a trip to Africa.
Wow!
So I'm doing Africa next. It's a 15-day trip camping. I think it's like more like high-end camping, but I have to bring a sleeping bag, so that's going to be cool. Going to mostly sleeping tents.
Whereabouts?
This trip is starting in Johannesburg, and then we are driving like in a off-road bus kind of thing up to Victoria Falls, and then I think we're going past into Botswana and Rwanda, if that's the sort. I'm poor in geography.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the next one.
Yeah, the last time when we saw each other, you told me that you wanted to make sure that you take the most out of the time, out of the upcoming time. So yeah, congratulations on that.
Yeah. No, it's Botswana and Zimbabwe, and I have to. I'm not happy about my situation, honestly, but I'm always good in taking advantage of the situation I am in and make the most of it, and that's what I'm doing now. And I always wanted to travel more and explore more, and that's what I'm doing now. Hopefully, I won't do it forever. So I'm just doing it now.
Yeah. Did your other did your working situation change? I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I'm still employed. Cool. I just had talked with my boss and asked them if I could have some more leeway with taking time off without pay, and they said because I mostly steer my projects or the projects I'm participating in on my own. So I just have to make sure every time I leave, I have kind of delivered what has to be delivered, so that when the deadline is met, it's already delivered and I can just relax. So it might be a bit hectic at work at times to kind of make those deliverables, but I think I can do it. And honestly, it's not so much to do at work at the moment anyway. So I think it would be just fine.
Are you able to completely shut off then? Are you able to do that, or you're still like one-handed in the job laptop, or do you say, no way?
Yeah, actually, when we're at the bus in Sri Lanka, I managed to publish an article.
that's one thing.
It was something I managed to submit the thing after the second review, And then I got like back, and you have to read proofs and like minor stuff, and managed to do that on the bus while we were driving and just submit, and everything was okay.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same with me. When I'm on vacation or so, I say at least 2 hours or so in the morning or in the evening should be happening. And I was back then, the first time when I realized this with a friend when we went to Austria. I was thinking that I was one of the special guys doing this, and then I snuck down. You say snuck down, sneaked down, snuck down, into the dining room, and I sat down there and with a computer, and then out of the corner it was like, "Hey, Marcus, good morning." I said, "Oh, you're working here too." So yeah, it's quite common. So I'm happy to hear that we're not the only crazy ones about that. So what's been else happening? So did you enjoy Cardano somehow or so? Sorry, by the way, for jinxing the delegate account. So
no, that's fine. I didn't expect the big delegator to stay around forever.
Yeah.
The good thing is that the delegator count is climbing again, because it was like on a downfall, but now we all actually set a new all-time high in delegators. Awesome. I think it's 128 now. 128 delegators with more than 10 ADA.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, it is because when I started Tech Pool, it was like 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, I was kind of stagnated on like below 10 delegators for a very long time. But now it's kind of, I'm seeing that it's increasing more and more, and that's, I like that better than a high stake. I think in order to future-proof the stake pool, you should have thousands of delegators, not like one big whale and a few hundred. So I'm happy. Only thing
I also think it improves the metrics, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like the decentralization.
Yeah. So for the viewers, because just I think a few hours before or a day before the big whale left Bjarne, come back. I congratulated him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm so happy for you that you got this whale. I'm supporting you." And then a few hours later, or a day later, he left, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I did that. I'm sorry."
Yeah, so we had 12 million stake. Now it's down to 4.8,
which is still good.
He didn't really leave though. He just took out most of the ADA of this wallet. And so he's still with us. So maybe they will just reorganize some fund, but suddenly you have 30 million ADA or something. I don't know.
All into pig, or what's the new one? Gonad coin, right?
Yeah, that's funny. but maybe they bought some Gonad.
Do you really think that it was Alexander who's been doing this?
It's only speculation, but I think if I were to like guess from the people that in the community, that at least has been in the community, I would bet on Monad, because I believe he has tweeted something about the fees are too low and we should have a fee market, yada yada yada. And I also know that he has a lot of ADA because he is the creator of the unsigned NFTs. So he definitely have the funds to do it. And also he did make a tweet like
250
10 days
bucks
before.
An hour or something, right?
Yeah, 250 bucks an hour. And this also calculates roughly to what you need to spend to do the attack.
But just imagine he wouldn't have been that. I mean, I think he would take it with a grain of salt because he likes the strong posts. But just imagine everybody would be wrong and bashing on him. That would
but he haven't done like a rebuttal either.
Yeah.
And I generally think that he is the type to do this kind of stuff just to prove a point.
But maybe he's just left Cardano for good now, as he always promised.
Yeah. He said he left a while ago though.
Yeah.
And then yeah. No, anyway, I'm still a bit worried. I'm not worried that the network can be taken down, but I see a lot of the community are acting a bit cocky now, making all the memes and stuff. For whoever did this could serve as fuel to do another attack with a more thought through contract that doesn't have the unregistration stake vulnerability. I think that's quite easy. If they did this, they could probably just modify a bit and just deploy the attack again. I don't think it would be like a bad reputation in Cardano, honestly, because we already have a fix for this. We just need to do a hard fork and adjust some parameters that makes it cost more for the attacker. So it might as well just serve as like a good proof that how resilient Cardano is. And you also saw the tweet from Pi Lemmingham, the creator of Sunday Swap. They did
more the better.
More than 5,000 swaps during the attack. So this might also be like a natural selection kind of stuff, where you see where the DEXs with the really elegant and resilient code, like Sunday Swap is now, will thrive because their DEX is actually usable because the swaps are so small and takes very little space on the blockchain. While you have MinSwap, which still is using Plutus V1, they would suffer. And I think that's a good thing, because I cannot understand why MinSwap haven't upgraded to Plutus V2 yet, because they are the most used DEX, and they are basically making all the SPOs need to upgrade their hard drive spaces on all the relays, all the nodes. For me, running DB Sync, it's like 500 gigabytes of space now. And I think if it were for Sundays, MinSwap, if they were to upgrade to V2 earlier, that could probably save me a lot of money in hard drive space, a lot of money for everyone. So I'm disappointed in MinSwap, given that they're like the number one DEX, still lazy and haven't done the upgrade yet.
Would it be only upgrading Plutus, or would it be other things as well that they would have to face?
I think all like the liquidity pools has to be moved, and I think that's also something Sunday Swap, when they deployed the new mechanisms, they had to create new liquidity pools.
But that's
something that has to like just grow organically.
I remember that went really smooth for Sunday, right? Better than expected.
I haven't checked the size of the liquidity pools, but I think in the start it was quite low. But it's given enough time, liquidity will move over, and they will run super smoothly. So
yeah, I think I remember when they did that. I thought when I heard it, it would be a big deal, but moving over was really easy. Just upgrading by a click of a button, and that's been it.
Yeah, for the user, I think it's very easy.
Yeah.
So and also for those actually providing liquidity, it's also easy. Just move the liquidity over to new pools. It's only it's the back end stuff. It's a lot of work, and especially they have to do all the thing. And I believe MinSwap said they had a V2 ready, but they only needed to be audited. That is more. I think it's like 6 months ago. So I don't know. Maybe they found something bad in the audit and have to rewrite stuff. But anyways, I'm still disappointed. You have all like the good DEXs, Musli Swap, Sunday Swap, I believe also Wing Riders. All of them are now running V2, but the biggest one, no.
It's the behemoth.
Yeah, it is. So if we get a new DDoS attack, that's not that we're not able to stop before we do the hard fork to change the parameters, which is going to be done along with the Chang hard fork, I believe. I think MinSwap is going to have some trouble. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, Chang, I applied for hosting a workshop for the CIP 69 committee. Yeah, so cool. Looking forward to do that if I get accepted. It would be directly in Munich at the time of the Oktoberfest. So just a few walks away. It's like right at Central Station. I actually that was funny to write down and to organize, because I was in the middle of my movie, if you remember, and like everything was upside down over the last 6 to 7 weeks, and I just handled things on the side. And Mauro, he already who's a candidate for the committee, and he's been in the in our team for a long time. He said, "Hey, have a look at this, yada yada yada," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I check it out. Great initiative." And then another member of us asked me, "Hey, it was Björn, someone from the identity space, and he was like, 'Hey, do you guys do anything in that direction?' And I said, 'Yeah, let me check who's running something, and then quite a few people were running something, but nobody did it in Germany so far, or not publicly announced it so far.' And then we went down the road, and all of a sudden we figured out it would be 3 spaces in Germany, which is pretty cool. So one is in Berlin. The other one, which is us, would be in Munich, which would be awesome. And the last one, I think, would be in the middle of Germany. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. And then there's one in the Netherlands, and then in Italy. I'm not sure about France, but I guess Raz will have one. And then in the east, there will be a few too, probably. So that's going to be pretty cool, and I'm really excited. I'm starting to read myself into the conversations and trying to follow up on these. What's the best?
Have you read the ZIP 1694 paper yet?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. I didn't finalize it completely, but I found a few interesting parts that I did like, and that I like to investigate anyways for Larissa Health, which is the DAO part. And there's one paper regarding the, how's it called, B governance, which I find interesting. I'm a burnt child by Swarm, but still I like the thought of that movement. I'm not a fan of the how you call it, the mob voting and taking over. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't go for being a candidate or something like that in that regards, because there's other people that are far more skilled than I am and far deeper in the field that I am. Because if you know half of it, you shouldn't run for it, I think. That's just my take. That's what I mean with the mob, and I call myself being part of the mob in that regard. So doing my reading now, but I'm not as deeply involved as other people have been already. But I'm catching up.
Yeah, but you were just reading the paper is a good start, and I read it the first time. I believe it's over a year ago now, because I read it before I joined a workshop here in Norway, and I remember just sitting. I was sitting at the plane reading it, and it was like, wow, this is some really cool stuff, and I think it's really elegant in the way that. Like, for example, every voter have like 3 choices. It's always abstain, delegate to a DREP or vote of no confidence. And I think this is really cool, because if everyone does that, it's also a very good like measurable metric about people's belief in the governance system of Cardano. And you are always able to check how many people is voting this, and that's super useful. Just imagine if you had this, for example, the governance in a country, where at any time you can check how much does the people believe in the government and their choices. I mean, that's
and abstain would be automatically be selected at first if you don't. From what I read,
on a protocol level, each wallet won't be delegated to either, so they won't be able to take out their staking rewards. They still get the staking rewards, but they're able to use them before they voted on these three. However, I think that most of the wallets will just automatically set the wallet to abstain, or like you say you set up a new wallet and you will get a question, and the question would be, okay, select a delegator or vote no confidence, or just click skip. And I believe if you just click skip, it will automatically be delegated to abstain. So I think for the delegators, they really don't need to care about it. I think if you're like if it's like, for example, my mother would have owned ADA, she would just click skip and it's okay. And that's a good option for her. But for me, I would be like, okay, who's the best DREP, and do some research. So I think it's a really good solution in that regard. That then you also know who is interested or not in the governance.
Yeah, because that's the part that I've been just going over, where it was, okay, there's the bootstrapping phase where you get some extra rewards even for delegating to a DREP, and then it will be locked until you do the voting. That's a solution. It is. I still believe that the part with the committee, there was Benjamin Bouts, Hepta. He was saying something which I really think is a thing to think about. He voted only for individuals instead of committees, because
you're thinking about the ICC voting.
Yes. And I think that's a valid point that he made there. Because ICC committee is then suddenly having a few members that you can exchange that are even after the vote, which I don't believe would happen so far. But it's, and then there was a member of one committee that I would love have to vote it for, but I couldn't because he was in a committee that there were people in that I don't trust. So it's a valid point that he made there. I know he's always hypercritical, which is not the worst thing, but so I'm curious if I get that one. Today is Catalyst voting. Oh, not Catalyst voting, is we have the Idea Fest on the so I'm looking forward to that one. And
we're voting for the calls now, right?
We have now the upcoming proposal voting is around the corner. I think it's in 2 days or so. But today we have the Idea Fest, where we have roughly 30 proposals that are able to do an elevator pitch. Last time was very much fun. And I think elevator pitch are highly underestimated, because if you have 5 minutes to talk about something, you lose a lot of people along the way. But if you're forced to do everything within 30 seconds, basically the product part, and the rest 1.5 minutes is about you as a founder, then if you manage to do that, you're very good. You're very good. And that's what we want to enforce, to have less time to explain the product. So so it's been busy. We had our first in-person workshops. I invited you to one of these, but so far you didn't have the time. But maybe you find one day sometime to that direction. I would highly be very, very happy about that. And other than that, I'll have to finish now because I have to still prepare everything, and I'm running a little bit late.
No, that's fine. It's as always, it's been fun, Marcus, to talk.
Yeah,
and especially now we're sitting out in the sun with a beer. Skål.
Oh wait. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, and one day in real life.
Definitely. I am looking into joining the Argentina event. Date, I know it's in December, but I don't know the exact date yet. I want to travel to South America anyway, so I hope to do like some vacation and then join the constitutional convention after in Argentina.
But there will be more than one, right? If I understood right, it won't be only Argentina. There will be also some in Europe, etc.
I think the Argentina one would be like when we ratify the constitution. Yeah, it would be like the main event, I think.
Yeah, I have to see. Probably not. Yeah.
No, I'd like to travel this year, so I hope to join. Yeah.
Make a lot of photos. Post them in your Discord server. People would be interested.
Definitely.
Cool. See you in the next one.
See you next one. Yeah.
And this in 1 week we have another SPO call, I think, right? It's the first, I think that 4th of July is next update.
Okay. Yeah, that's a Thursday. Yeah, probably, yeah. I'll make sure to join that one.
Yeah.
Especially now that we are closing up to the release candidate for SIP 1694 and Chang hard fork.
Yeah. See you there.
Yeah, see you there.
Bye. Enjoy the day.